Hello, this week we're going to cover phase 3 of the inquiry project, which is documenting learning and closure. Let me go ahead and share my screen and we will go right to week 8 in your learning modules. So you're going to read chapters 5 and 6 in CATS, and they're a really good resource for how to document learning. You know, the documentation of learning is ongoing, and during phase 2 your documentation for learning goes here, but during phase 3 everything goes here. Phase 3 is really pretty much when you can tell the children are done with the topic. They're on to doing other things, their interest has waned. So that is when you start to really gather the documentation that shows what children learned, any artifacts they created. I would like you to make a what we learned list, where you literally have the children's questions that they came up with for phase 1. I'll show you that here's your children's questions, at least 10. Well, here we go again. What did we learn? What answers did we get when we investigated those particular questions? So that's what we're doing in phase 3. And the big thing in phase 3 is the culminating project. You know, it's got to be something that really illustrates everything the children have learned during this inquiry project. And I know it's kind of hard when you haven't done this before and you're looking around for what could I possibly do. Well, these 3 websites are really good resources for project-based learning and how you can do culminating projects and representations of learning. Lots and lots of good ideas. Okay, remember to document your culminating event with photos so that, you know, I can see it, everyone can see it. My hope is then when you get done with this inquiry project, you will take your documentation panel and put it up in your classroom so that the children and their families and maybe other people in the building can see all the hard work the children did and all the learning that took place. So this is not just for this assignment. I'm hoping that in the future you will do more inquiry projects and document the learning and make it so obvious. So for phase 3, you're going to have pictures of your culminating event. You're going to have a description of the pictures, more description. You're going to have a sheet of typed paper with what we learned. And then there's the narrative summary for phase 3, where everything you did in phase 3, just tell me everything. 1 page, single spaced. How did you plan the culminating event? How did it go? What learning was shared with others? Your conclusions and reflection on the process. Children's dispositions that were addressed in this inquiry project. An explanation of how these experiences met the selected state competencies. Oklahoma academic standards, you put them on your web. So did you meet your standards? If not, why not? And an analysis of what could have been done differently to increase student learning. You know, it's always good to look back and say, you know, if I ever did this again, here's what I would do differently and it would work better, but that's just part of good teaching. So let me go back to the announcement page. And this week, obviously, you're going to do the readings, and then hopefully you are continuing to work on your inquiry project in the classroom. You have quite a few weeks before it's due, so take your time, work with the children, make it meaningful. Go ahead and continue working on your inquiry project journal. And by the end of this week, you're going to turn in the planning the ending analysis. Obviously, that may change, and that's totally understandable. This is not nailed in stone. You're going to just think about what you could do. Okay, so it's hypothetical. If you have any questions about this or anything else, please let me know. I'll be happy to set up a Zoom visit and we'll talk about it. Have a great week. Bye-bye.